Alex had been living alone on Orbital Station Delta 7 for nearly 3 months. His injuries from a shuttle crash were still healing, and the station's repair crew wouldn't return for weeks. He didn't mind the silence, though. No traffic, no noise, and no orders from command. Just quiet days and long nights in the vastness of space. Most of the station's work was handled by helper bots. They cleaned, repaired systems, and kept the lights running. Alex's only job was to rest, eat, and check the life support system once a day. It was lonely, but peaceful. One morning, while checking the comms system, Alex saw something strange, a message from a trade ship nearby. The message was short and unexpected. Special assistance request approved. One Alari caretaker dispatched. Alex blinked. He hadn't asked for help. Who approved this? Before he could reply, the docking alert chimed. The trade ship had already left. Standing at the airlock was someone he had never seen before. She was tall and slim, with soft blue skin and silver hair tied back neatly. Her large, shining eyes blinked slowly as she looked at him. She wore a simple black uniform and held a small metal case. "Greetings," she said softly. "I am Lyra. I have been assigned as your caretaker." "Wait," Alex said, confused. "I didn't request anyone. Your name is Alex," she asked. Double quotes. "Yeah. Then I am in the right place." She stepped inside and gave a respectful nod. "I will assist you until the repair crew arrives." Alex tried to protest, but she had already started working. She moved like water, calm and quiet. She began cleaning the hallway without being asked. The helper bots stepped aside for her, as if they knew she outranked them. Over the next few days, Lyra became a quiet part of the station. She cleaned his room, brought him meals, and adjusted the lights to help him sleep better. She rarely spoke unless spoken to, but when she did, her voice was soft and thoughtful. "Why do humans dream?" she asked one evening while wiping the table. "I don't know," Alex said. "Maybe to remember, or maybe to forget." She looked at him with those silver eyes, like she was trying to understand something deeper. "Alari do not dream. Not like you," Alex chuckled. "You're missing out." As the days passed, Lyra began to ask more questions, sometimes about human emotions, sometimes about Earth food. Once, she asked if humans felt lonely in silence. "Yeah," Alex said. "Sometimes." "I do too," she replied. That surprised him. That night, Alex lay in bed, staring at the ceiling. He thought about Lyra. She was strange, but kind. He had never met anyone like her. He closed his eyes, hoping for sleep. Then, in the middle of the night, something soft landed on him. He woke with a gasp. Lyra had fallen on top of him from the ceiling vent. Her eyes were wide with shock. She must have been trying to fix something above the bed and slipped. "I'm sorry," she whispered quickly, not moving. Her face was just inches from his. "It's okay," he said. Still half asleep. "Are you hurt?" She shook her head. But instead of moving away, she stayed there for a second longer. Then she leaned closer, and she whispered something in a quiet voice. Not in English, not in any human language. It was soft and gentle, almost like a lullaby. Her breath was warm against his ear. Alex didn't understand the words, but something about them felt familiar, like an old melody he had heard as a child but couldn't remember. Before he could say anything, she pulled back, stood up, and quickly left the room. Alex sat up, heart pounding. He stared at the empty doorway. He didn't know what had just happened. But he knew one thing. He would never forget those words. Alex couldn't sleep after that night. He kept replaying the moment in his mind, Lyra falling on him, the surprise in her eyes, and the soft words she whispered. Even though he didn't understand the language, those words stayed with him. It felt like something important had been said, something not meant to be forgotten. The next morning, Lyra acted as if nothing had happened. She served him breakfast, checked the systems, and cleaned the hallway with her usual calm. Not once did she mention the fall or the whisper. Alex wanted to ask her, but he didn't know how. What would he even say? "Hey, remember when you fell on me in the middle of the night and whispered something strange?" It sounded ridiculous even in his head, but the curiosity kept growing. After lunch, Alex went to the old communications room. It hadn't been used since the crash, but the translator module was still working. He accessed the voice logs and searched the room's audio memory from the night before. The system had picked up the whisper barely. He played it back. Slowly, Lyra's voice was soft and musical. It didn't match any human language, but the translator tried its best. Partial translation. We meet again, keeper of soul, chosen by memory. Alex leaned back in the chair, confused. What did that even mean? Keeper of soul, chosen by memory? It sounded like something out of a fantasy story. And we meet again? They had never met before, had they? He couldn't let it go. Later that evening, while Lyra was preparing the night systems, he finally gathered the courage to speak. Lyra, he said, can we talk for a second? She turned slowly, hand still holding a power tool. Of course, last night, when you fell, you whispered something. Do you remember? Lyra froze. Her hands tightened slightly on the tool. For a moment, she said nothing. Then she slowly nodded. I remember. What did you say? She looked down, then walked over to a bench and sat. She seemed unsure, which was new for her. Lyra always moved with quiet purpose, but now she looked like someone holding a heavy secret. What I said was not meant for your ears yet, she said softly. But I heard it, Alex said, and I keep thinking about it. What does it mean? Lyra looked up at him. Her silver eyes shimmered under the soft lights. Humans pass stories with words and books. Ilari passed memories through blood. Alex didn't speak. He just listened. I carry the memories of those who came before me. She continued. One of my ancestors was a maid on a human starship many cycles ago. During a war, she served under a kind human officer. He saved her life. She cared for him deeply. When he died, she left a part of herself behind. Alex felt something stir in his chest. Those memories came to me, Lyra said. And when I saw you, they woke up. Are you saying I look like him? You don't just look like him. Your voice, your actions, they feel the same. The memories recognized you, and so did I. Alex didn't know what to say. It was too strange, too much. So that whisper, he asked, what was it really? Lyra gave a small smile. It means, we meet again, keeper of soul. It is a greeting between two souls who once knew each other. Alex ran a hand through his hair, trying to process everything. But we've never met before. Not in this life. Lyra said. They sat in silence for a while. Do you believe in that? Alex asked. I didn't, Lyra said. Not until I saw you. Alex didn't know what to believe. He had crashed on this station thinking he'd just wait for repairs, heal, and go back to Earth. He never expected a blue-skinned alien maid to fall on him and whisper ancient words passed down through generations. And yet, something about it felt real, felt important. That night, as Alex lay in bed again, he stared at the ceiling just like the night before. But now, his thoughts were louder. And this time, sleep didn't come easy. The days passed slowly on the orbital station. Alex found himself watching Lyra more closely. Her calm movements, the way she cared for the place, and the quiet moments when her eyes seemed lost in thought. Something about her felt deeper than just a maid's duties. Alex wanted to know more. The idea that Lyra carried memories from an ancestor who served his family long ago was both strange and beautiful, but it raised questions he could not ignore. One afternoon, while the station was bathed in soft blue light from the nearby planet, Alex asked Lyra, can you tell me more about your people? How do you carry memories through blood? Lyra nodded slowly. She sat across from him at the small dining table. Ilari memory is different. When a maid dies, her memories pass to her closest relative. This way, history and feelings live on. So it's like you live many lives, yes, but all are connected. Memories mixed with new experiences. It can be confusing, Alex imagined. Carrying centuries of memories inside his mind, it was hard to picture. Does it ever scare you? Lyra's silver eyes softened. Sometimes, the past can feel heavy, but it also gives strength. Alex smiled. That makes sense. That night, he noticed something new. Lyra was standing outside his door, waiting. She didn't enter unless invited. He opened the door and said, "Come in." She stepped inside quietly. "I wanted to ask if you dream again." Alex laughed softly. "Sometimes." "Why?" "Because my memories sometimes blend with dreams. I want to know how humans feel when they dream." Alex lay down on the bed, looking at the ceiling. "Dreams are strange. They can be happy, scary, or just nonsense, but they remind us of who we are." Lyra listened carefully. "I would like to dream someday." Alex looked at her. "Maybe you already do." Over the next few days, Alex and Lyra spent more time talking. She told stories of Alari history and their gentle way of life. He shared tales from Earth and his childhood. One evening, while working in the lower maintenance decks, Alex stumbled upon an old storage room he had never seen before. It was locked tight, but the door was slightly open. Inside, dusty crates and broken machinery lay scattered. But one object caught his eye, a small glowing device, humming quietly. Curious, Alex reached out and touched it. Suddenly, alarms blared across the station. Red lights flashed, automated defense systems activated without warning. Alex pulled back quickly. Startled, "What's happening?" He ran to the control room to see screens flashing warnings. The glowing device was sending out a strange signal. He called Lyra on his comm. "Lyra, the station's systems are going crazy. Something I found triggered it." Within minutes, Lyra appeared beside him. She moved with purpose and calm. "This device is Alari technology," she said, her voice serious. "It was lost during an ancient war. It should not be here. Can you stop it?" Lyra nodded. "I will try." Together, they rushed to the storage room. Lyra examined the device with tools from her case. She spoke softly in her native language, her fingers dancing over strange symbols. Alex watched, amazed. She knew the machine better than anyone. After a tense moment, the alarm stopped. "The device is contained for now," Lyra said, "but the signal is still active. It may attract unwanted attention." Alex frowned. "What kind of attention?" "Enemies. Those who want this technology for war." Alex looked at Lyra. "So you're not just a maid." She smiled sadly. "No, I was sent to recover this device, to protect it from falling into the wrong hands." Alex's heart raced. Everything made sense now. The fall, the whisper, the memories all connected. "Why didn't you tell me?" "Because I did not know if I could trust you," she said. Quietly. Alex nodded. "I understand." That night, as they sat side by side, Lyra whispered again the same words as before. "We meet again, keeper of soul." Alex reached for her hand, this time not afraid to hold it. He knew their story was only just beginning. After the alarm stopped, the station felt different. Tension filled the air. Alex and Lyra both knew that the glowing device had sent a signal. Beyond the station walls, someone or something would respond. Alex stared out the viewport at the stars. The vast emptiness seemed calm, but deep in the darkness, danger could be waiting. Lyra moved beside him quietly. "We must prepare," she said softly. "The ones who want this technology will come." Alex nodded. "What can we do?" Lyra showed him the old defense control room. Most systems were offline after the crash, but some weapons still worked. "I will help you operate these," she said. "We can protect the station together." They worked side by side, testing the turrets and shields. Lyra's knowledge surprised Alex. She knew secret codes and commands unknown to humans. "Your skills are beyond a maid's training," Alex said. Lyra smiled faintly. "I'm more than that." For the first time, Alex saw strength beneath her calm. She was a guardian. That night, the station's sensors picked up a distant fleet approaching fast. Alien ships, sleek and dark, appeared on the view screens. "They came," Lyra said, voice steady. Alex felt a rush of fear, but he hid it. "We'll fight." The alien ships sent a message: surrender the artifact or face destruction. Alex stared at the screen, heart pounding. "We can't let them have it." Lyra moved to the weapons console. "I will guide you." The battle began. Energy beams lit up the darkness. The station's turrets fired with steady precision. Lyra directed the shots, predicting enemy moves. Alex worked the controls with shaky hands but growing confidence. Explosions rocked the station. Alarms blared. Debris floated in space. In the middle of the fight, Alex was hit by a blast near the control room. He fell hard, pain sharp in his side. Lyra rushed to him, shielding him from falling debris. Her hands glowed faintly as she touched his wound. "Hold on," she whispered. Alex felt warmth spread through his body. The pain lessened. Lyra's healing abilities were stronger than he imagined. "Thank you," Alex said, struggling to stand. Lyra nodded. "We are not done." Together, they fought back the enemy. The artifact's power, hidden inside the glowing device, began to react. Energy pulsed from the device, creating a protective shield around the station. The alien fleet's attacks weakened. They could not break through the barrier. Finally, after hours of battle, the enemy ships retreated. The station was safe. For now, Alex looked at Lyra. Grateful and amazed. "You saved my life," he said. She smiled softly. "We save each other." As the silence returned, Lyra whispered the words again, closer this time. "We meet again." "Keeper of Soul." Alex took her hand. "This time, I understand." The bond between them grew stronger, built on memories, trust, and a promise to face whatever came next. The battle had ended, but the danger was far from over. Alex and Lyra knew the alien fleet would return stronger. The glowing device still held power, and its signal was not completely hidden. In the quiet moments after the fight, the station's crew, mostly robots, and a few remote systems worked to repair damage. Alex's wound was healing fast thanks to Lyra's touch, but the pain in his chest was still there. "You're getting stronger," Lyra said one evening as they sat in the control room. Her silver eyes shone with quiet pride. Alex smiled weakly. "Only because you saved me." They shared a moment of silence, broken by a soft beep from the sensors. "Another ship," Alex said. Standing quickly, Lyra checked the display. Not one of them. On the view screen appeared a sleek human vessel flying fast and silent. Alex's heart jumped. Friends? News of Luke and Alira's teamwork and friendship spread far beyond the Academy. Messages from different planets reached the galactic news networks. Many species watched the videos of the war games and the stories about the human and Valeri duo. Some were surprised, some were inspired. In one famous interview, a reporter asked Alira, "How did you build such trust with someone from a different world?" Alira smiled softly. "Trust comes from respect and understanding. It does not matter where you come from," Luke added. "Sometimes the hardest part is to open your heart, but when you do, you find strength you never knew." Their story became a symbol across the galaxy, a symbol of hope that different species could come together, not just in battle, but in friendship and trust. Back at the Academy, Luke and Alira found themselves walking through the courtyard under bright stars. The soft glow of distant planets lit the sky. "Do you remember the first day we met?" Luke asked. Lyra laughed. "When I asked to sit on your lap?" "Yes," Luke said, smiling. "I froze, and you didn't understand why. Now I do," Alira said gently. "And now?" Luke asked. "Now?" "It would not surprise me," she said, leaning closer. They stopped walking, standing quietly beneath the stars. "You taught me to be brave," Luke said. "And you taught me to be patient," Alira replied. The silence between them was full of unspoken feelings. Then, Alira took Luke's hand in hers. He didn't pull away. "This is more than friendship," she said softly. "I know," Luke said. Heart beating fast, they looked at each other. Two souls from different worlds connected by trust and care. A gentle breeze moved through the trees, as if the galaxy itself was watching and blessing their bond. Later, they stood before the Academy's leaders, who asked them to share their story with new students. "We want others to see that unity is possible," Luke said. "That friendship can cross any distance," Alira added. Their words were met with applause, not just from humans or Valeri, but from many species. As Luke and Alira walked away, hand in hand, they knew their journey was only beginning. The galaxy was vast and full of challenges. But together, they could face anything. The girl who once asked to sit on a human's lap had become a symbol of change, and the human who once froze had found courage Their story was no longer just about an awkward moment. It was about hope, trust, and a future where differences made them stronger. And as they looked to the stars, they knew that no matter what came next, they would face it side by side. The galaxy would never forget them. The ship docked quickly. A small team of human officers entered, led by Commander Reed. He was a tall man, with sharp eyes and a serious face. "Alex, you're alive," Reed said with relief. "We got your distress signal, but you're in more danger than you know." Alex looked at Lyra, then back at Reed. "What's going on?" Reed explained that the glowing device was part of a lost human-Alari alliance. During an ancient war, both races had created powerful technology to protect peace, but some had fallen into the wrong hands. Those alien ships want to use this technology to start a new war. Reed said grimly. "We must stop them," Lyra nodded. "That is why I was sent, to recover the device and keep it safe." Alex felt the weight of the situation. It was no longer just about survival. It was about protecting a future that both humans and Alari hoped for. That night, Alex and Lyra stood together looking out at the stars. "Why do you stay with me?" Alex asked quietly. Lyra smiled softly. "Because of the memories, yes, but also because I choose to." Alex reached for her hand. "I choose you too." They talked long into the night, sharing dreams and fears. The strange bond between them grew stronger, built not only on old memories but on new feelings. Days passed as they prepared for the final battle. Reed's team worked with Lyra and Alex to strengthen the station's defenses. They trained together, learning each other's strengths. When the enemy fleet returned, it was larger and more dangerous. The fight was fierce. Energy beams cut through the void. Explosions shook the station, and alarms blared. But this time, Alex, Lyra, and the human crew fought as one. Lyra moved with grace and strength, protecting Alex and guiding the defense systems. Alex fired the turrets with steady hands, trusting Lyra's commands. The glowing device pulsed with energy, its shield growing stronger. Slowly, the enemy ships began to fall back. At the battles, and the alien fleet was forced to retreat. Peace returned to the station. Alex looked at Lyra, his heart full. "We won," he said softly. "Because we stood together," Lyra replied. They knew their journey was far from over, but for now, hope shone bright. After the last battle, the station was quiet again. Repairs continued slowly, and the stars outside seemed peaceful. But Alex and Lyra knew this calm might not last long. Alex had grown close to Lyra. She was no longer just a maid or caretaker. She was a protector, a friend, and something more. The strange bond between them had deepened, and every day he learned something new about her and the Alari people. One evening, while watching the planet below, Alex asked Lyra, "What happens to you after this mission? Will you leave?" Lyra looked thoughtful. "My duty is to protect the artifact and its memory. After that, I must return to my people." Alex felt a sharp ache in his chest. "But what about us?" She smiled softly. "Memories connect us, but choices make us." They sat in silence, feeling the weight of those words. Later that night, Alex had a strange dream. He saw a starship flying through dark space. Inside, a human and an Alari stood side by side, facing unknown dangers. They held hands, their eyes filled with hope. When he woke, Lyra was beside him, watching quietly. "Did you dream?" he asked. She nodded. "Dreams are new to me. They blend with my memories." Alex took her hand gently. "Maybe our dreams are connected." Days passed, and the station received a message from Alari Command. They praised Lyra's bravery and ordered her to return soon. The mission was nearly complete, but Lyra hesitated. "There's more I want to do here." Alex looked at her, understanding. Together, they decided to explore the station's old archives for answers about the artifact's true power. In the dusty records, they found stories of an ancient alliance between humans and Alari. The artifact was called the Keeper of Souls, a device meant to protect not just technology, but memories and bonds between species. "It is more than a weapon," Lyra said softly. "It holds hope for peace." Alex smiled. Then we must protect that hope. Their quiet moment was interrupted by a sudden alarm. Sensors detected a new ship entering the system. This one was different, larger, more heavily armed. The alien enemy was returning for one final attempt. Alex and Lyra prepared alongside the human crew. The station's defenses were stronger now, but the fight would be harder. As the battle began, Lyra stayed close to Alex, her presence steady and strong. Energy beams flashed across space. Explosions shook the station. Alex fired the turrets while Lyra managed the shields and healing. During the fight, Lyra was hit by debris. Alex rushed to her side. "You have to be careful," he said, worry in his voice. She smiled faintly. "I will protect you." Together, they activated the artifacts. Powerfully, a bright light surrounded the station, pushing the enemy away. The alien fleet retreated for good. When silence returned, Alex and Lyra looked at each other with relief. "This is not just a mission anymore," Lyra said. "It's a new beginning." Alex agreed. They knew that no matter what came next, they would face it together. The battle was over. The enemy fleet had retreated far beyond the station's reach. Peace returned slowly to the quiet orbit of Delta-7. Alex and Lyra stood side by side, watching the stars shimmer through the large viewport. The vast darkness felt less empty now. Their bond had grown into something neither had expected. Lyra spoke softly. "My mission is complete. The artifact is safe, and the memories are protected." Alex looked at her, heart full of questions and feelings. "Will you leave now?" She smiled gently. "I could, but I choose to stay." Alex's eyes widened. "Because of me, because of what we share," Lyra said. "Memories brought us together, but it is our choices that keep us close." They spent the next days talking about their future. Lyra told stories of the Alari homeworld, a place of light and beauty. Alex shared dreams of Earth, green forests, and open skies. They laughed and learned. Two souls from different worlds finding comfort in each other. One evening, Lyra took Alex's hand. "You once asked why I whispered those words." Alex nodded. "Yes, the ones I will never forget. Those words are a promise," she said. "A promise that no matter the distance or time, some bonds can never be broken." Alex felt a warmth spread through him. "I feel that promise." The station's systems began to repair themselves. The crew worked with renewed hope. But the greatest change was between Alex and Lyra. They were no longer just caretaker and patient. They were partners, bound by history and choice. One morning, Lyra prepared to leave. She stood at the airlock, looking back at Alex. "Thank you," she said, "for helping me protect the memory of our past and for building a future with me." Alex smiled. "I'll never forget the night you fell on me, or the words you whispered." Lyra nodded. "And I will carry those moments with me forever." As she stepped into her ship, Alex felt both sadness and hope. The ship lifted off, disappearing into the stars. But their story was not over. Weeks later, a new message arrived at the station, a greeting from the Alari homeworld. Lyra invited Alex to visit, to see the place where their bond began. Alex looked at the stars, feeling the promise of new adventures. Some memories last forever. Some promises change lives. And for Alex and Lyra, the journey was only just beginning.